I just created some sample data. So like basing on the like task, like changing the requirements or basing on the situation, I'll extend this Excel sheet data. So for now, you can take this as a sample. Uh, so if I change anything, I'll let you know. So then you can make any changes regarding your requirement or attributes or rules or something like that. So for now, you can use this. Let's see recommended items today as well. So after that, I want you to like use this like as an example, and I want you to build that filter section. So whatever the attributes you need to do, and that the second section with whatever all the available products here, and the third section with the recommended items, what user selected in the second section. I'm just navigating to the recommended items from our like at our models. So I came till model. So now I'm opening the recommended item rules from the drop down. I just selected recommended items. So here we can see the list of all the recommended item rules. So whatever we have so far, I'm just creating one. So I'm just giving some sample name. So you can see the action section here. The introduction, like the basic section is same, similar to like other rules, and condition is also same. But if you see the action section, so there will be some differences. Here, the main thing you can see is there won't be action attribute section at all. If you see either like hiding rules or constraints or recommendation, so there will be action attribute. For hiding, unlike constraint and recommendations, there won't be any coding for hiding. And for constraints and recommendation rule, so there will be some coding part, like what you need to recommend or what you need to constrain or restrict or something. Hiding won't be having that logic part as well. But if you see here in the recommendation rule, recommended item rule, you won't find action attribute section at all. So here you can blindly return, like you can ultimately return data, nothing but a string, which contains whatever the resultant products information of the configuration. So I'm selecting it as advanced here. Once I select advanced here, you can see the written formats here. So these are the two types of two formats available, what we can use in our string which we will be returning from this editor. So if you see legacy format and advanced format, so in the legacy format, if you observe the string, if you observe the string here, you can see item, some symbol, and quantity, and the same it repeats within the square brackets they included. So the same you can repeat multiple times. So this is nothing but using this format. Item is nothing but your product. You can treat like that, your product plus your quantity. So this format can send your product along with your quantity, and this can be like used for sending multiple products information, but the information contains of only the product, what is the product and its quantity. And you can see the symbols here, right? So these symbols here are called as delimiters. So if these delimiters are used to like this item name or item name can contain like numerics or alphabets or something like that. So you just want to like specify, like indicate or differentiate your product from your quantity, right? So that's why these delimiters will be used to like help that. So here the delimiter is tilde, you can say. So this is this tilde can be called as a value delimiter. And if you see the next format, if you see this format, here you can see item, quantity, comment, price, and identifier. This is an optional one. So this let's discuss after like in later sessions. So now if you see, there is an additional information here. Earlier it is item and quantity. Apart from that, here along with item and quantity, you can see comment section and price column. So here what you can do is, so we won't be having only the part and its quantity, right? So we will be having some other information related to the products. As we see just seen in the Excel sheet, there is some other information as well. So in that case, we can use this format to send any additional information. If we have regarding the product, we can use this format. So if you see, this format is containing item, quantity, and comment and price. Price is nothing but the general price of the products you will send. And if you see about comment, so comment is the additional column they gave. So in that we can use like whatever the data. If you have anything left, for example, we have 10 columns related to the product, so nothing but 10 different like a description or some other thing, or like quality or height or color or something like that. We have many other information related to the product. So we can send all that information in a string. We can like concatenate that information in a string, and we can pass that string in this comment section. As we have only 4 fields here, so 3 are already like dedicated columns, so price, quantity, and item. So in the comment part, you can use whatever the customized data you have, like you can customize and concatenate in a string, and you can pass it in this column, the additional information of the part. And this is just for one part. So if you have multiple parts, they're saying optional is multiple parts, right? So when you have like when you have to send multiple parts related information, then, so as we discussed already, this tilde is a value delimiter. So for each value, like if it's a comment or price or part number, to differentiate that, we are using this tilde. But if you want to separate or differentiate your multiple parts, how you will do? So that multiple parts information can be delimited with the help of pipe. You can see here, pipe, cap, pipe. So this is the delimiter which is used to differentiate your uh, multiple products. For example, uh, I need to return an information like uh, vehicle, quantity as 1. This is my part, vehicle is my part, and quantity I am going to buy as 1 quantity I need to buy. So this is I need to send. So this I can separate it with the value delimiter tilde. And if you have any other information, uh, I'll say it as new, and some other like any additional delimiter, and I'm sending the price as 100. So now what if I have another information? This is vehicle 2 or vehicle 1. So I needed quantity as 2, and you want something. Okay. So in the first case, I'm going to buy only single part, so that there my return string will be like this. So this is my return string. So when I need to send multiple parts information, so then I need the help of item delimiter, nothing but pipe, cap, pipe. So this is value delimiter, tilde is value delimiter. Item delimiter. You need to remember these two things very carefully. And the thing why I said carefully is, so you can treat uh, these delimiters are there, right? So here there is a chance of like redundant delimiters. So you can see comment section here, right? Here I have just added new as a comment. So what if I have 10 columns data and I need to send in them? So there also, like, I need to concatenate my string and pass in that like comment section, comment column or comment area. So then what I said is multiple information resize, multiple columns related information. So to identify those multiple columns also, I need to keep my own personal delimiters or personal value separators or something like that. So then also we need the help of either multiple characters or numbers or some symbols we may need to use. So my sample information will be old vehicle, 5 years used, Hyundai brand, no insurance. Like this, I'm just giving sample information. So this is all some different column related information, right? So I need to keep some delimiters. So while we are using here delimiters, we should make sure we are not using either value delimiter or either pipe cap pipe, nothing but item delimiter. Because if we do, this is all a single string, right? So it may misunderstand, like if I keep here in my comment, if I keep again tilde and I'll write something like good, some comment. So it will assume, so tilde delimiter it is taking as a value delimiter, right? It will end here, it will take a new one as something, some column of some format, and good as some data of this format. So it will misunderstand. So that's why we should make sure we are not using this value delimiter or item delimiter in our like comment section. So we should we can use like something like sample dollar or something like that, whatever the delimiter you have in your mind. So you can use it, but we shouldn't match the things with this standard delimiters. So that's what we need to like know where you are returning some data from the recommended item rule. So now let's see this quantity. We know whatever the product we buy, so we will give some quantity 10 or 20 or something like that. Price we know, and comment as I just discussed, so we know. So whatever the information customized or personalized information we have in our Excel sheet or data provided, so we need to send that. So now what is item here? There is particular column for item here, if we see. So what is item? Item is nothing but our product. And how can we send that product? So is it just the name or not, or how it should match? There is some other section in our CPQ tool. So let me take you there. I'm going to the administration page. So in this administration page, you can see the product section, right? Here you can see items here. Like here it is items. So in some tools, like in some instances, it will be like parts. In some here, like here it is items. You can see it as a parts in some other instances. I'm opening the items here. So this is the screen when we we will come across when we click items. So here you can see the part number here, right? Search for the part by part number. So click search by default. I just clicked search without entering anything. So it opened a page with all the parts list so far created. So these are all the different parts in this instance. Like some other people might be created. So these are all the parts. So you can treat these parts as like whatever the thing you are going to buy. So a television or a remote or something like that. So it's a part users created, like some other users created here. So similarly, whatever the item is there, item column is there in your recommended item. So that part what you are passing, it should present in this. This is called as parts database. So it should be available here. If not, we can't move forward with that recommended item rule. So whatever you are going to return with that string from the recommended item rule, it will return. It will show you at the screen, but you can't move forward to the next modules with that part information. So only if that information, if only if that item or part you pass in that string is present in this section, so then only you can like move forward.
Karthik.
Yeah.
So, few things, Karthik. The very first one, Karthik. So, can we customize that recommended rule, that string return item, and the string return thing? Can we customize that, like, just you mentioned, right? Item and then the quantity, right? Mention it. So, item is nothing but a part, right?
Like sorry, can you come again?
Can you open the Excel file, the one you are using for the right now? Excel or maybe Notepad, something. No, not this one. The other one. I think Notepad.
No. Okay.
Notepad.
Yeah.
So here you mentioned, right, Karthik. So we have two types of returning that values, right? On that recommended row. Yeah. So can we customize that schema? So since those two were predefined schemas, right? The first one is item and quantity. And the next one is item, quantity, comment, price. So can we customize that schema? Is that possible? So if so, you already mentioned that we cannot use that value or item delimiter since they were like predefined with the system. Yes. So can we use? So in that case, we need to use some other extra things, right? Generally.
Yeah. So like for the customized, when we come, when we call it as a customization, so this is the predefined format first one. We can't change that. If you see the second format, so that is the only format which will help us in customization. That too, only in the third column. So you can send whatever the personalized or like business related information you have of your own case, you can send it. Out of these two formats, you can't send any other format.
So maybe I think if I remember correctly, Karthik, so this is the reason why you mentioned, right? We cannot go more than 3 drop downs, right? 3, yeah. You mentioned, right? I think in the before classes that you cannot create 3-level hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
So because this is the reason why you mentioned that one. Can I assume in that way?
No, sorry.
So,
Is your
so
voice
if you remember,
for me?
Hello, Karthik, can you hear me right now? Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
So, Karthik,
I can hear you.
If I remember correctly, yeah. So, Karthik, if I remember correctly, in the previous classes, you mentioned that, we cannot create more than 3-level hierarchy, right? Drop downs, cascading drop downs, right? You mentioned that.
Yes.
So, can I assume that? So, this is the reason why you mentioned that. Since you mentioned that with that advanced returning schema, we have only four columns, right? Technically, item, quantity, comment, price, only 4 columns, right? So this is the reason why you mentioned that one in before classes.
No. So whatever right now we are talking about the recommended items, it's just a part in either of the hierarchies. Like it's nothing related to that hierarchy at all. So that hierarchy is a just 3 levels of like class 3 levels to segregate or classify our business, main business. So, but take example of business. So they will be dealing with thousands of parts, right? So they will be selling thousands of different items. So that item we are talking about this recommended item rule.
Okay. So right now, do you mean item and part? Are they both the same?
Item and part. You can assume it's same.
Okay, perfect. So the next question, Karthik. So if I want to pass, if I want to recommend a schema, right? So I would like to tell them like, category, task, and quantity. So how can I show that using that advanced price?
Yeah, you can send your category here in the comment section. In the comment column, you can pass your category.
Okay. So, but not the vice versa, right? Like, not the vice versa, but not the cascading way, right? Like,
yeah.
okay. So, and is that true that that quantity column, can only accept integers or decimals, or it will
Yes.
accept string value?
Yes, integers.
Only integers, right? Quantity?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, got it. Got it.
It's ultimately, but it will check whether that string what you provided in that quantity column is it an integer or not. It will typecast and it will check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and this customized information, what I said is whatever the personal information or business related information we need to pass, comment. Only comment is the column we can pass or whatever the required information we have. Other than that, we can't do any customization in this format.
Okay.
So like, so I came to this parts page again. So I'm just clicking. If you have any part in your mind, so you can search that. I'm just entering A and I'm searching it. So it is showing whatever the things, whatever the parts having A. So like that, if you have any part in your mind, you can search. Otherwise, you can simply keep that field empty and you can search. It will show all the list of parts available. So now I need to add a part. So I'm opening that page again. So I'm scrolling down. So here you can see add button, right? So I'm clicking this add button here. You can see here the part number first field. I'm entering. I gave some part name. For now, you can ignore the other fields. I just added it. So here I can see my part. So I created a part. So now I can use this part in your in my recommended item rule. So only the parts which we define in this parts database, we can use them. So if we don't define also, we can use them. It will execute the recommended item rule. It will show you the product, but you can't move forward with that. So you can see the difference. I just want you to try while creating the recommendation rule. So for recommended item rule, this is the format. So you need to return. So first, before trying the when you're starting the recommended item rule, I just want to try the static string. So don't apply any logic in that editor. Just blindly write some written statements with your sample parts. So right now I created this sample line, right? So like this, similarly, like modify this line and try to pass a sample written string in that, deploy it, and see on the your configuration screen. It will be at the bottom of your section. You can see that. So once you see that, don't create any part. Okay, so just try a sample in that. So see how the output will be, and take a screenshot of that and create one part in your parts database. Go to parts database and create some sample part and pass the same part number in your recommended item rule with some other in the same recommended item rule. You can concatenate like this or with a different recommended item rule. Okay, now see the like recommended item section in the configuration screen at the bottom. So see the difference with your previous screenshot, like whatever the recommended item rule suggested without a part in the parts database and with part in the parts database. See the difference how it shows. And so after that, once you are habituated with this, then you can go to the Excel sheet. Once you try creating attributes, different rules and all. So with that logic, you will get your second section from that whatever the user selected checkbox. So that parts you need to recommend in the recommended item rule. And before you start with the task, like I'll send you like a sample small single use cases to get habituated with the constraint rules or some other rules like that. So you can try them. So I'll send you now. And so once you're habituated with that, then you can try this task like from the beginning. So create new product families for you, like new product lines, product models and all everything. So then your attributes, your rules, and keep it some name. You three will be like practicing, right? Keep it your customized names for them. So then try it. And so for this like task, you need okay, hierarchy you are done, like rules, recommended item rules, parts database. And yeah, so one more thing you need is data table related information. So we have data, we have a place in our tool so to store data in table format, nothing but the data table section we have. Let's see that where it is. I just opened the admin page. Here in the developer tools on the right side, you can see the data tables. I'm just opening it. So on the left side, you can see different folders here. So you can create a folder or you can create a table in this page. So the folders are nothing but to like organize your tables, different tables. That's it. So by clicking add, it will ask you either you want to create a table or a folder. For now, you can simply select table. So before creating a table, let me show you like how a sample data table, how it looks like. So let's select some random table. I just selected some folder and clicked on some data table. So it is how it will look. So you can see the screen, right? So here you can see multiple columns here and its data like this. So at the bottom, you can see displaying 1 to 23 records of 23, and you can see the page numbers here. So like by default, it can show you like 50 pages, 50 records in a page. So if you have more than that records, it will keep a navigation facility here. It will you can navigate across the pages and you can see the different records. For now, it is like 50 by default. So if you have more records, you need to go to next page and you can see the data by clicking next. Let me open any such table. Yeah, here you have multiple pages. I'm clicking this arrow mark here, or you can simply modify the page number here. Instead of 1, I'm writing 2. So it navigated to the next page like this. So this is how your data table look. So let's see how to create it. I'm clicking add and clicking add table. It can't accept spaces. If you see, you can see the error. You will see the error here. See, okay. The right now the error is it is exceeded the limit. So someone might be created like all the maximum number of data tables. So what you can do is
So, Karthik, what's the limit on number of data tables? Is it by environment or is it standard number of tables, the limit?
no, there will be something like service request. So there will be some default number of data tables. I don't know the exact count. So if we exceed that, so there is a possibility like you can you can raise a service request to the Oracle through some connection through. So you can raise the request, and if possible, you can check with them whether they can increase the table count for your instance or not. So there will be a
Okay.
basic count for all the instances. If you need more, you can raise a request and you can check with them.
All right.
Yeah. And So just open this test table. I don't know who is using this. So we can use we can deploy it simply. So what I'm doing is, yeah, I'll deploy this. For data tables, here itself you can see the deploy action. So whatever the changes you do across the data tables, so you need to deploy. So this deploy is also like your table specific screen. So if you deploy, if you make any changes, you need to deploy here. So if you open the any other table, so there also it will show some deploy. The deploy is confined to that particular data table. So as we don't have count facility to create new data table, so I am trying to select a safe data table and which we can use it again. So I just selected this test. So it is undeployed so far. I just deployed it. So now here you can see two tabs, right? One is data where you can enter your new data or by adding new rows or something like that. So now I'm selecting the second tab, schema, which is nothing but where you can define your columns, what columns you can have in your data table. So to add a column, so simply click add column here. Just added a column. I came to the data tab again, so I can see my new column here. I'll click add row here. I just entered some data. I'm clicking add row again. I deployed it. So when I click deploy, so as there are already some changes are there in this data table, so it is asking whether to save that or not. Here you can see the second pop-up. So we have unsaved changes. Do you wish to save or not? Yes. So you can see this table in the red color in the left side here. So once it is deployed, it turned black. So now I can see my information, my column and my my data. And the thing, make sure when you are using existing tables is, so try to select the safe table. And what you will do is, so you just create your new columns and new data. So forget about existing columns. Okay. So don't change any values in the existing columns or don't delete existing columns. So make sure you create your new columns and new data. Okay. So because why I'm saying is, if someone created this data table for some purpose, so they might be using in their logic, right? So if we modify these columns or something like that, so it may like disturb their logic. So that's why I'm saying create your new columns and new data. And you can use this simply this table in your logic, and you can only use your respective columns with your query. Only you will select whatever the columns you have, so you will select them and you can use them. There won't be any problem. But don't change any existing columns or delete any existing columns or data. That's it. So like you created some data table here. So how you can access this data table in your logic? So again, to access that data table in our logic, so the logic where we can write is that define BML function or something, that editor is there, right? So we need to go to that respective place, either in your recommendation rule or constraint rule or hiding rule, wherever you have the script. So you need to navigate to them place. I'm just navigating to some rule. So I reach it till my model. So now I'm selecting the recommendations option in the model. So there are no recommendation rules here. I'm just adding one. I'm just adding some action attribute. So to test that, you don't need to add action attribute as well. Here I'm selecting advanced condition. I'm opening the BML editor. Here it is the condition, since condition is always either yes or true. So it is expecting a return type as Boolean instead of like as we discussed. So whatever the return type is there in this line, it will be dependent on whatever the action attribute we selected. Since this is a condition section, we won't be having any action attribute. The condition section is either a true or false, right? Either it's a move forward or go backward condition. So like that. So it is expecting a Boolean. So I'm blindly returning some Boolean here. Return true. Here the keywords for the Boolean is written either it's a true or false. You can write true like this, or you can write false. So these are the available Booleans you can see in the functions we have. So this is true or false. These are the only two Booleans we have. And so we need to query a data table, right? So for that, let's you can take the help of function wizard. Select the category, direct DB access. So here you can see whatever the functions which are suitable for the database related thing. So here to access the things, so there is one function which is nothing but BMQL. I'm selecting BMQL function here. So here you can see the syntax or everything related to the BMQL function. So let's write a sample thing. And if you are using Notepad++, so you can while you're writing the script here, you can select the language as JavaScript. So it will be somewhat related to our BML, like most relative thing. And I suggest you to write whatever, whenever you write the code, you better to write in your Notepad or Notepad++ or somewhere of which is your code editor. So then you can dump the code in the editor. So this maybe create some like duplicate issues or something like that, duplicate lines or something like that. So it will be better to maintain your code in your editor, your own code editor. So let's write a sample BML code. I just wrote some code and I'm checking whether it's correct or not. You can simply run it here. Sorry, we can't have multiple return statements.
Yeah. Is that SQL syntax? I mean, the one you wrote there?
Sorry?
BMQL. Is that SQL syntax?
BMQL it's a function in C++. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is that? Is BMQL? It's big machine query language.
Yes.
Okay.
So database, right? So for that there is a section called direct DB access. Here we can see the list of functions what will be helpful while we are dealing with the data tables. So it is checking for the errors, it is getting the messages, it is getting only integer type of values like this, get float only float related values like that. There are different functions. So this main function is nothing but the BMQL. So where you can write your data query. To access the data, you need to write some query, right? So for that, we need to use this, and we can include that function. Sorry, include that query.
Yeah. So, but
This
my question. Oh, it's a SQL. Okay, I got it. Okay, it's a SQL query, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So similar to like there might be some restrictions here. So whatever the queries we have in SQL, so it won't be the exact same. So here we might be having some restrictions or very like confined part of it. We can use it here, not everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, is it possible to create, precompiled views or some kind of stored procs here?
I didn't get you. Sorry.
So, like, since it's a SQL query, right? So, is it possible to create a view? You know what I mean, right? What is a, right? View, SQL
Whatever we
view.
are want to see whether it's correct or not.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead. I think I was in a different game. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sure. So like I just wrote a query, so like, we should see whether it's correct or not, right? So I'm just using a print keyword to see what we did. So here in the console, you can see for this query what you are storing it in a variable, right? So this variable when you are printing it, so you can see the output here. So this is the query what you did. So you're accessing all the columns from this data table, and you can see the columns whatever they are and its data like this. So if you want to get only particular column, we have only one column, right? So I'm changing it to text column. And I'm just running it. So it is only fetching my text column, my whatever my column and my data. So like that. So we can modify our query basing on this. So we can like see whether it's correct or not. We can check in the control by clicking run. So you don't need to save or anything or something like that. So you can simply click run. It won't save your data or code. It will just show you what is the logic, like what is the output of your particular logic. And if you have any doubts regarding like your syntax or logic or something like that, you can check validate. It will show you the syntactical errors or compiler errors, whatever it's there. Here it will show you. So once you're done, you can save the code, save and close either of these actions. If you click directly close, it won't save the code. It will just close this editor and it will go back to the normal state. So like this, when you like do this task, so as this is the base of your like base data or the main data you have for your task, so you need to like store this content in your data table. So then you need to access these columns and the relation between the columns. So while you are applying some constraints or some rules, so you need to like you may need to help of this data table. So why I can see is, so if someone is selecting some product here, so there is a dependent color here. So there is a dependent feature, whether it's a recurrent or not, like that. And there is a maximum quantity, like how many items can a single transaction can hold. So like that. So there is different related information. So if you in your logic, so it's not static, as it's not static. So you need to do a query to your data table what you have created. So from then you can check your conditions, like whether it's a legal thing, legal quantity or not, it's a legal color or not. So like that you can check using your data table query. So you need to fetch your data with the query. You need to store in your script. So from that you need to fetch the data and you can check the conditions. So that's how you can like access the data tables for your task. And the thing is, I'll give you like sample scripts now. So you can first, instead of working on the task directly, so you can instead of this task directly, you can try those sample exercises. So like I'll try to like give this exercises, like you need to practice like rec rules, constant rules, recommended item rules, hiding rules, like that. So once you are comfortable with that, then you can move to this task from the scratch. So you need to identify what is your product family here. So what can be your product family, what can be your product line, product model, uh, and whatever the prices of the product, what are the filters for the product, and everything like that. So you need to find which will be your part number here, and like that. So you need to identify and you need to create a task from the scratch, and you need to come to recommended item rule section.